The story begins in the mid-1980s, on the gritty streets of Los Angeles. The band was formed in 1985, a merging of two previous bands, Hollywood Rose and LA Guns, hence the name, Guns N' Roses. The classic lineup would become iconic. Axl Rose, vocals. / lead guitar. Izzy Stradlin, rhythm guitar. Duff McKagan, bass. Steven Adler, drums. From the very beginning, the band lived the rockstar lifestyle, but not just on stage. They were infamous for partying, fighting, and living on the edge. But behind the chaos was real talent, and it showed. In 1987, Guns N' Roses released their debut album, Appetite for Destruction. It was a slow burn at first. Critics didn't know what to make of it. Radio stations weren't sure if they could play something so raw. But then, Sweet Child O' Mine hit the airwaves, and everything changed. The album eventually went on to sell over 30 million copies worldwide, making it one of the best-selling debut albums of all time. Tracks like Paradise City and Welcome to the Jungle cemented them as the new face of hard rock. They were rebellious, rough, and real, a sharp contrast to the glam metal bands of the era. Success came fast, and so did the problems. The band was constantly in the headlines, late shows, cancelled tours, fights, substance abuse, and Axl's infamous on-stage rants. The media called them the most dangerous band in the world, and for good reason. Despite the drama, they released two ambitious albums in 1991. Use Your Illusion 1 and 2. With songs like November Rain, Don't Cry, and You Could Be Mine, the band evolved, adding piano ballads and complex arrangements to their arsenal. It proved they weren't just angry kids with guitars. They were artists. The Use Your Illusion tour was massive. Over 28 months, it became one of the longest and most expensive tours in rock history. But the cracks were deepening. By the mid-1990s, the original lineup was falling apart. Drummer Steven Adler was fired due to drug addiction. Guitarist Izzy Stradlin left, frustrated by the chaos. Eventually, even Slash, the soul of the band's sound, parted ways with Axl Rose. Axl, determined to keep the name Guns N' Roses alive, took control and began working with a revolving door of musicians. Fans waited year after year for a new album. Rumors swirled. The myth of Chinese democracy grew. Finally, in 2008, after over a decade in production, the album was released, but it wasn't the same. Though technically ambitious, many fans felt the heart of the band was gone. The legend of Guns N' Roses seemed destined to fade into memory? But in 2016, something unbelievable happened. Axl Rose, Slash, and Duff McKagan announced they were reuniting. Fans around the world lost their minds. The Not in This Lifetime tour brought back the power of the classic lineup, and it was a massive success, grossing over $500 million, making it one of the highest-grossing tours of all time. Against all odds, Guns N' Roses was back, older, maybe wiser, but still full of fire. They had survived fame, addiction, infighting, and the music industry's collapse, and they were still standing. Guns N' Roses was never meant to be safe. They weren't polished, controlled, or corporate. They were the last great dangerous rock band, bringing back the danger and authenticity of classic rock when the genre had become too clean. They gave us anthems. They gave us chaos. They gave us truth in distortion. Today, their music continues to inspire new generations, not just because of the sound, but because of the spirit. A spirit that says, "We don't care what you think. We're gonna play it loud." From Sunset Strip to stadiums across the world? From addiction to redemption? From destruction to resurrection? This is the story of Guns N' Roses. The band that came out swinging, and never really stopped.